Welcome to this look at a new-ish and updated mod map on Farming Simulator 25 with me, MrSealyp. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on North Frisian 25 by Sir Jogi 80 and Jogi 303.88 megabytes plus. And I say plus, I wanted so desperately to be angry with this map. This has got 30 required mods, and I know how people feel about required mods for download. It has got 30, and I came on here all, all angry and wound up. This map is incredible. Oh, dearie me, the level of detail, the stuff they've done, really, really lovely little touches, clever ways of doing map edges, and it is packed with great detail. Yeah, I'm frustrated. Anyway, there are no custom crops. Contracts are available. It says collectibles 0 of 0. So I don't know if there are any collectibles or not. Haven't come across one, but there you go. Slot count on new farm is 1,979. It's up there. And this is the start farm. Now, on all of the farms, there are 5. Well, I'll show you in a minute on the map. We'll buy them all up and then we'll go around. All the buildings, all the decorative items, everything is removable. And that is a blessing and a curse in that the additional decorations pack has been used, as well as a few other packs, obviously. So all the decoration, rather than have one button that clears the decoration, it's all individual pieces. It can all be removed, but it does take a little bit of time. So, farm manager and start from scratch. The slot count comes down from 1,979 to 1,867. You don't have any of the equipment and machinery. Great. So I then went round, bought all the farms, removed all the buildings, removed all the decorative items. I got the slot count down to 1,414. So quite a decrease. If you want to go to that trouble, you might say, "Oh, look, I'm only going to use one farm. All the rest of it I don't need," and that's absolutely fine if you want to keep the slot count down. As far as build mode, etc., goes, if we go to here, so we're going to here first. If we go down to vehicles under the mods and DLCs, we do have a round bale, silage bale, good to go, and a square bale, silage bale, good to go. So you can, if you don't want to make silage to start off with, you want to feed your animals, you want to do some Tommy's ration, whatever you want it for, you can crack right along with that, which is rather handy. That's in there. Then we go into, well, this is, well, look at the map first, shall we? We do have periphery on the map. If we click onto, I'm trying to find one bit that had a bit of periphery. Let's go to farmland. Where was it? Outside edge. There we go. So the verges, farmland 255 is 8,450,952, and that does bits in between some of the outskirts, roadways and things like that. And then as far as field prices and farm plot prices go, they're fairly expensive. I mean, we've got small, medium and large fields, as you can see across the map. So there is a range, and the prices are what you would expect. Down this section here, we've got lots of forestry plots, and we do start with, on New Farmer, this plot here, which is like a fire break. There are telegraph poles through there. We have that little plot that we own already. On New Farm, we start with this main farm here. And this plot is only 140,000 to buy, so on farm management start from scratch. That's the start plot. It's in type sheet, but that's all the obviously farm management start from scratch. There's no equipment and machinery, so it actually doesn't matter where you start. But we do also start with, we've got a plot up here, we've got a plot here, we've got a plot over here, one over here, sort of scattered around the map. They're all over the place. Oh yeah, one over here as well. So we've got a few plots that you start with on New Farmer. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to buy plot 249. Again, these plots are the extra farms. Not too expensive. What I love about this as well, 53 grand, is one, they're not expensive, but how each farmyard is different. You've got sort of one that's requiring a bit of clearing. It's sort of not, it just requires some extra work, a bit of effort and time put in to clear the yard. One of them's clean, pristine. All of them are laid out differently. All of them have a different feel. This bit here, 251, that's the biogas plant. Not too expensive to buy, to be fair. Then this one here, this is great. I like this one. This one's got a cow pasture, barn pasture, 343 animals, and it's this whole big pasture here, which is great. And the cows has got a walkway that runs out from the side of the barn down out onto the field. Like I say, there's some really, really nice touches. I think that's all the plots we need to buy that have got farms on them. So the starter farm. Oh, I should talk about build mode, shouldn't I? Build mode on top of the 30 required mods added in. We do have some bits. So under silos, I've got to find them because a lot of the mods, there's a ton. There you go, North Frisian. We've got some silage clamps, North Frisian 25, mixed in with all the modded. I mean, there's a ton of modded stuff. That's under silos. Under containers, we have got as well. Where is it? Not the fuel tank. Oh, that one there. The Karma. The Karma 16. This one's 100,000 litres and it does various different crops. We've got one in the start farm, so I'll be able to show that in a moment. We have got under tools a workshop because the trigger's ever so slightly different. It doesn't look like that building is a separate trigger. So there is a workshop trigger put in. And then I think the only other thing I found was under farmhouses. And again, this is mixed in with... There's the North Frisian farmhouse. It shows that farmhouse, but it looks like... where are we? Not... No, did I place it? Where did I put it? Oops. Or maybe I didn't have enough money to place it. Oh, yeah, here it is. It's a washing basket. So it's 245 grand. You don't get that big house that it shows you. You get the sleep trigger, wardrobe trigger, this little washing basket. So, yeah, I didn't mean to do that. Just meant to show you it. Please let me sell it. There we go. So, that's under that. All the rest of the stuff was all standard, as far as I could tell. Yes. So, we will start here. Cow barn, just to the side here. This one does 50 cows. I might as well just click on it. It makes more sense. Click on them. 50 cows. Mowing equipment just here. We've got the old shed. This is all part of the required mods. All these add-ons and things onto the sheds. Trailer just in here. This barn here. Sprayer, seeder, windrower just there. This is the modded Karma 16. So this one, if you click on that, 100,000 litres of solid fertiliser, lime, seed, mineral feed, we can put in there. Karmas are normally solid fertiliser and lime, or is it solid fertiliser and seed? I can never remember. But yes, that's a slightly modded version. Cow barn here, we do have some cows in this one. We've got 25 out of 140 in this cow barn. John Deere here. This is another one. John Deere farms. What is it with the John Deere farms? This is the last of the 8 maps that Giants dropped while I was away. And this map, in the time that I was away, was released and updated. So this is the updated version of the release map from when I was away. Flatbed bale trailer just there. We're going to use the Skoda just over there in a moment. Come on the side here, slurry spreader with drag hoses, drip feed on there. Feed mixer, manure heap. We have then got our header on the header trailer and a harvester just there. This building in here, we've got our baler tucked away in there. This wasn't a workshop trigger, was it? I don't think it was. Front loader, plough, under this shelter here around the sides. We've got a sleep and wardrobe trigger. Like I say, there's the washing basket outside the house. Most of the buildings in there, there's decorative house packs and all sorts of stuff. So that's just, yeah, the washing basket out the front. And then we've got a shed here out onto the road. Lovely. Let's go and grab the Kodiak. I walked straight past the John Deere at the start. We're going to drive past that in a moment. So that's the start farm. Oh, I'm going to show you some pictures. This farm, if you remove all the buildings and stuff, will look like this. And just to give you some idea as well, what I was saying about the decorative items, the next image I'm going to show you is one of the other farms, which we're going to get to in a little while, with some of the buildings removed, but showing you all the decorative items that are still sat there. Like I say, they can all be removed, it just takes a bit of time. So like I say, it is a blessing and a curse. It's very cool that you can remove them all. Gives you a lot of scope to do what you want. The lighting, I don't know if it's me, it's very light, very bright. Nothing wrong with that. Start farm, we do have this Placeables area directly opposite as well, which is what we own. But as we go around, you'll see the landscape is cracking. I mean, just incredible. What I love is the entryways and exits to and from fields. They all vary. You've got the drainage ditches and stuff, but look, the ones with the barriers. So you've got concrete ones, and different angles as well. It really did stand out to me. So that frustration and annoyance of the required mods at the start, that melted away in no time as I was driving round. I honestly, This and Rotimer that I did yesterday evening. It was yesterday evening, wasn't it? Yes, it was yesterday evening. All these map tours are blowing together. Really, really stunning maps. And like, the difference is as well, you've got the concrete plates over the side there. There's so much thought has gone into it. Little puddles of water. All these extra details. So much going on. So we come down to here. We are 8:12 in the morning. The vehicle shop has a timer, which I forgot about. This doesn't open till 9 AM. Bear with me a second, but we just skip ahead to 9 AM. There we go, gates are open. 9:02. Very, very efficient. Gas station just here. We have got our vehicle shop and workshop trigger just here. This is also the reset point for the map. So should you need to reset anything, this is where it will be. Honestly, I just, man. You can see why the slot count is high on the map, because of, you know, the level of detail. But to be fair, at 303.88 megabyte download, that's impressive. But I guess you add on the 30 mods on top of that, that brings that up a fair amount, I would imagine. Probably, I would say, over 500, possibly even 600. But even at 600, there is so much going on this map. I've checked a few of the fields that have fences around them to make sure that they're not animal pastures and stuff. And as far as I can tell, they're not. I haven't found one. Again, I cannot say hand on heart there isn't one, but there might well be a pasture that I've missed. And if I have, I do apologise. So we come round to the next farm that we purchased. This was the one I showed you the image of. So this is the one I say, it's a bit ramshackle. And because you can remove all these items, if you want to go down that immersive storytelling route, you can, you know, gradually clear the yards and that kind of stuff if you want to. Sleeping wardrobe trigger here at the farmhouse. Just there. Now, this is a curiosity in this one. If we open this up. This is another one. We had this on Rotimer the other day. If we come in here, look, we've got a fuel tank, but you can't access the fuel tank fill point because it's just saying turn on shed lights. Because of the shed and fuel tank combination, so you might need to remove that and maybe put it outside, and then you'll be able to get that to work. Big slurry store just there, shed space in here. Now on the map, it shows here. See there? That's our vehicle workshop trigger, and it's showing out here in the water. It's not out there in the water. It's just inside this barn here. The strip there, and then round the corner here, there's a little sofa. Just behind the sofa, it's just there. So there's your workshop trigger for the workshop here at this farm. And again, all of this can all be removed. This is comprised of about 5 or 6 different piles, including the boat. So yeah, if you want to gradually work your way through the rubble, you can. Very cool. So that's plot 249, I think it is. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to head out this way just to show you some of the forestry plots. Those little hedges can be removed as well. They're part of the required moddage. So, then we're going to cut up north. Now that solar panel section there, that is part of the required mods. What am I talking about? The verges. So if I click on that now under farmland, that's under the 8 million price tag bit. Now I would hazard a guess that that's not going to pay you. Well, maybe it is. Maybe it's something to aim towards. Building up to buying that, and then maybe you, I'm not sure. I haven't tested that bit yet. I'll be honest, I haven't tested that bit because generally speaking, the verges of a map, the periphery, are either very expensive or cost nothing, and generally speaking, just give you access to parts of the map. If that is a solar farm that you can buy, I mean, it's a very expensive solar farm, I guess, when you look at it like that. So, oh, there's the side ditches, hedges. This is all the little forestry plots we saw quite a few of. There's a little side turning we're going to take, which is this one just here. Hang on, let's double check. Yep, here's the right one. So this will bring us up to plot 253 that we purchased. When we get around to the bike, I say there's so many little things. I made little notes. I normally put little stars, asterisks, those kind of things on my notes at certain points. if there's something of interest that I want to point out. I've got so many little stars and bits on my notes today. I like the fact as well, it feels like very different areas. Like that out there is very open. You've got areas with hedges, you've got the bits with a lot of trees, the forest section down here. Then we're heading north up towards the coastline. And it all has a very different feel to it, almost like sections and segments. All this fencing around the outside can be removed if you wanted to remove it. So this is 253, and this is the pig farm. 2 large slurry stores just there. We've got 2 pig pens. Each one does 275. So we've got one here and one there for 275 pigs each. Shed space down the side there. We have got a farmer. What was this one? 800. Farmer 800 silo there. Standard one. 800,000 litre standard crop type. This was. Oh yeah, this was one of the ones. I was just going to say I can't open the door from the outside on this one. Stop there. This is one of the ones that you have to open the side door, and then you can come inside and you can open the doors from the inside. He says, not being able to open the door. There we go. Like so. This one, the house is just separate on the outside, the fencing, so sleeping wardrobe trigger just there. Again, hedges and all the rest of that can be removed, including the farmhouse, if you want to. It's all this stuff. All the concrete barriers. There are so many details that are added in. And I know I say it all the time. If they weren't there, you'd never know. Of course you wouldn't. And it's one of those things that you kind of take for granted. I always say now, or try to, and I'm just as guilty of it, that it's very easy to play on a map and not pay attention to the detail. I mean, all this stuff, you know, you've got that feeling that over time, as vehicles have come in and out and they swing out, they've gone over this grass, which has made it boggy or whatever. So these concrete bits have been put down to hold the whole bank in place, you know. What I love as well, yes, there are 30 required mods, but those mods have been added into the map seamlessly. It has such a realistic feel to it. It feels integral, and it feels like it all should have been here. Like all this repair stuff as well, look. Well, they've been repairing this bit. It's just brilliant. So well done. Right. Small speed bumps, not too bad when you hit them at speed. All this is all part of the verges of the map. So no sell points or anything like that, or sleep triggers or anything. We are going to carry on. Yeah, so it's telling me about the various different entry and exit ways. Some are sloped, some aren't. At the end of little driveways, you've got concrete posts. There you go. Train. I was going to guess that. The train that runs across the map, you can't stop the train. There's no rent train point. It's just a decorative item, I guess, that runs through the map. But it does look very cool. And what it also does, it lends itself to, well, the crossings for one, which are absolutely spot on. There's a couple of locations on the map where different things have been added in regarding the train or the tracks, which adds, yeah, just adds such a fantastic element to the whole thing. Turning just here. Now this pen here, again, part of the verges, but it adds that immersion. There's another bit further up when we get out towards the coastline, so there are cows in there. It makes it feel lived in. This has got a small kiosk, and again, look, these posts at the end of here to stop people, well, I say to stop people overshooting. You can still overshoot, you'll just destroy your car when you do. Small farmer's kiosk just here at this little farm. Again, this farm can't be purchased, but the sell point is here for it. I'll show you on the map, actually, because I haven't done that, have I, for a little while. We started here at the main farm. Down the lane here to the vehicle shop, waited for 9 o'clock for it to open. We came back up and we took this turning here, which took us this farm plot here. Went along a little bit further, we took this turning. There's that little strip there. Actually, we drove through that. I should have looked either side, sorry, but we drove through this strip up here, round here to the next farm, the pig farm just there. We've come along here, round here and up, and there's the crossing. We just went left down here, farmer's kiosk. There's no other sell points or farms anything down here. So what we're going to do now is head back up this lane and cross the tracks up more towards the coast. We do have another farm though that we're going to take in on the way, which is plot 252. It's a corker. I'm going to be honest, the problem I've got is because I was away, and I know I keep saying that, and I'm playing catch up on these, and I'm trying to get all the map tours done, because it's what I do. It's part of my content. If there's content available, I'm going to make the content on it. And a lot of people are saying, "Oh, are you going to do them because you missed them?" You know. So I thought, yeah, you know what? I'll go back and I'll do them. The views are okay. They're not as great as they would be if you post the video immediately after it comes out. Because a lot of people are doing mod reviews and map tours and stuff nowadays. It's not just me. And I know people have said to me before, "Oh, you're frustrated because you're not getting the views, you're not earning the money from them." There is an element of that. Of course there is. This is what I do for a living. I get more frustrated because on maps like this, when you do the review, like Rotterdam, when I put that out, that map is cracking, and this one's the same, an absolute corker of a map. I just want people to see it. I want people to look at it and go, you know what, that's a viable map. I might play on that. Because the time and energy and detail, and it's just phenomenal. So there's an element of me, why I started making videos in the first place, is about sharing stuff, teaching people, showing people things. There's an element of that where I get kind of, I just want people to see it because of how cool it is, you know? The same in mods, when decent mods are out, it's like, I want to show these things off because they're absolutely great. Anyway, we're at plot 252 now. Sleep and wardrobe trigger is just to the side there. And we've got a cow barn here which holds 70. Around the back, or up towards the back, we've got some of the modded silos that are required mods. Now this is a combination of the front is a silo and the two are extensions. These are 25s. So it's a 25,000 litre with a 25 and 25,000 litre extension, so 75,000 litres combined. We've got silage clamps. Again, these are modded ones. These might be the Frisian ones, and all of these are all decorative, which can be removed if you want to, all individually, but they've all been put on. We've got a cow pasture at the back here with 57. 57. There we go. And we've got shed space just there and round the side as well. A couple of little sheds at this farm too. So cow barn, cow pasture, silage clamps, and a silo with extensions at plot 252. So now we're getting right up towards the coast. I just noticed the tree top missing off that. I think I might have seen another one of those as we were driving along. Wow. Awesomeness, absolute awesomeness. Farmers market, sell point, just to the right there. Dairy to the left here, and then sawmill. And look at this. So this is the map edge. So rather than vehicles just going off the map edge, the vehicles do actually turn around in the farmers market, which is a nice little touch, and then head back off. But for the map edge here, you've got the sawmill, and again that railway that we saw, a siding comes up here to the sawmill. Now this train doesn't move, we can't do anything with it, but that train is backed up to be loaded up with logs, etc., whatever's going to be done with it, which gives you this amazing sort of map edge. The traffic has stopped waiting for the train to go again. Look at it, crystal clear through to the bottom. Look at all the detail put in that. I am staggered. Can you tell? Have you got that impression so far on this map tour? Those details, that touch, I mean, it's brilliant. So cleverly done. Look at those big container ships. Those are moving as well. Those are out. Oh, so yeah, sawmill just here. Did I say sawmill? Sawmill or carpentry? Hang on, let me just check my notes. Oh, it might be carpentry. Hang on, not sawmill. Yes, sorry, carpentry. Apologies for misleading anybody. We are now going to take a turning just here, which brings us out to the seawall, coastal protection, around the back of the farm where we just were. We can take a little bit of a drive along here, and we've got a hairpin. Still need a handbrake on Farming Simulator, I think. Farming Rally Simulator. So just here, and again, this has got a great feature. So to stop just any old bods, you know, from coming up here, there's a sell point up here, which is the harbour, and it's down as the Hafen marked, which I've looked up, and that's harbour market. Look, open. You can put that down. Oh. So it stops just people driving their cars up onto the coastal wall and stuff, which is very cool. This sheep pen here, again, that's just on there for decoration. Add that level of immersion. We can buy some of these along the side here, but they're not animal pens, they're just fields. Then we've got all these fields to the north as well. That are all grass fields. I think we own one of these, just coming up here. If we drive all the way along here, with those big old container ships going along, we have got the Harbour Market sell point, which is a lovely little place. There's a little marina here, a couple little stalls. Vending machine. There's a whole little harbour market. How cool is that? There you go. Harbour Market sell point. Little beach area there, so you can sit and watch the shipping ships go past. And shipping container ships. Container ships is the word I was looking for. But even this, look, with the little canoes sat on there, bobbing on the water. Oh man. How about them apples? Right, we've got a bit of a drive now, so we're going to go back over the top of the wall. Then we're going to continue east. Just take a little bit of a swing out. So, let's go. Like I say, we've got a bit of a drive. I'm trying to think actually, this one's got hot air balloons. Of the 8 I've done map tours on, since we got back. Yeah, look. I'm trying to think. This might be the only one that had air balloons. I'm trying to think. I don't think any of the others did. It's funny how you get into that swing of, you know, the routine of doing a map tour. Then you might go 3-4 weeks and not get a map. Then when a map comes out, you're like, oh, hang on a minute, and you have to, you know, remember the system. Look, again, nice little touches just to give you that, so you don't go crashing into those red X's at the end of the map, because it feels like it goes on and on and on. Another a great feature of the map, that it feels like it goes on forever. So putting something on here, and again, this looks like this is being rebuilt and repaired. So they've got temporary walkway boarding. What great details. Now, I'm not saying by any means this is the only map that does great details. Of course not. But this is the map I'm showing at the moment. We've got a wood chip sell point coming up, which is like a heating plant for the area. Biogas plant, we bought that plot. The biogas plant plot was 251. But let me show you something here as well. Look. Again, tiny little detail, but look. Like a little bit of movement of the water with the ripples there. And there's another one just over there that's going the same direction. And then the one at the end there is going the other way, so it's drawing water in. It's a tiny little thing. But the time taken to do that, to think, oh yeah, we'll add that in there. Wow. Wow. Right. Wood chip point, just here. There you go. Plenty of storage bits there, so if you want to pile your wood chip up and then gradually put it in, you can have a whole operation running here if you want to. So there's your wood chip sell point. Then the biogas plant has a little extra, I think, was it just potatoes? I'm trying to think what it was, but we've bought it. You get the biogas plant when you buy the land, and the land wasn't that expensive. So, you know, not in the, you know, it's a 400 kilowatt this one, and when you think some biogas plants cost an absolute fortune, it's actually not too bad at all. But what I like about this as well is all the weathering and detail on it. It's not, you know, everything feels like it fits, and has been here for a while. Why are we not? There we go. Managed production. So manure, silage, slurry and sugar beet cut, but we can also do potatoes here as well. So extra little production. Still digestate coming out, but you can bring your potatoes here too. Very nice indeed. Biogassery. Right. We're getting there. We are getting there. I'm going to go into the landscape mode in just a second, just to show these couple of bits here, rather than walk. So let's do that and that, and I'll show you just here. So go, there's that one there, that's flowing in, and this one here, that comes down from this culvert here, is flowing out. And you get that real sense that it's drawing the water. Brilliant. The next spot we come to is 250 that we purchased. large slurry store, silage clamps on the ground just here. We've got a cow barn just to our side here. This cow barn does 35. I would say more, this would be a calf barn. Well, I mean, you can do whatever you want with it, but it feels more like a calf barn. This is the one that will do 343, and the trigger is round the side, this side here, because it's the big old one here. But like I say, this has got fencing that kind of separates it out, and the cows can come out anywhere along here, but this runs round the side here and goes out to this massive pasture out here. And again, has such a different feel to all the other farms that are on the map. So just past there, then we've got a manure heap just here, shed and storage space around the yard here, and we've got our sleep and wardrobe trigger just there, with again a few more decorative items which can be removed if you want. It's all the little ponds and waterways and, you know, that I think adds so much character to it all. From here, we're getting there, don't worry. Not far to go, not far to go at all. But there's still more coolness to come. That doesn't count, I didn't technically put out in front of my... there was space. Honest governor. Right. Turning in here. This is more of a sort of industrial zone. Gas station, just to our right hand side, or petrol station. Electric charge point, just there, or lecky point, whichever you want to say. Inside here, we've got purchase point 4. Fertiliser, lime and seed. So fertiliser, lime and seed purchase points here. Which is a curiosity and a nice touch, because just over there, we've got an 82 Studio Multifruit buy station, which you can buy all those things anyway, but it's sort of got a separate thing. We've got our, this is the Agra handle sell point, so sort of main sell point for the map just here. There's the Multifruit buy station. And then just here we've got our warehouse point, so if you want to buy any palleted items and goods, you can. So a hub, really, for various different items. From here... we're going to take a chance here. Cool. Next, turning on our left, which is just here. Slow down enough. We've got the animal dealer to our left, just there. To our right, manure purchase point. To our left, slurry purchase point. So the animal dealer centre, and again, it's not, you know, it's not there. Here's an animal dealer, plonk. You know, it's all custom and fits in with all the added details and stuff around it. It could have just been a shed with that either side of it, but it's this level of integration that makes it stand out, in my opinion. Right. Just down the line a little bit, lane, we come to the railway line. Like I say, the railway that runs across the front, which is great, and we've got another siding. And this siding, look at the detail. We come across here, we've got lime station just there, we've got grain mill just there. And then here, again, just using the siding and some extra detail, we've got a bale cell station just here, up onto the train, which is great. And we've got an export point just here. So it integrates that railway into it. The train doesn't go anywhere, nothing, but, you know, just adds that extra level. And the train goes past, not on this track here, but on the further one. It comes hooning past and off it goes. And having those on the... I like having trains on the map. You know, it does add another level. Anything that's moving, you know, anything that's happening on a map that makes it feel like it's lived in, that it's a working place, I think is absolutely brilliant. So back to the map then. So last time we were talking, we were up here, weren't we? We went up there to the end of the map. We got that little, you know, that branch line just off there, which I thought was great. Out along to the seawall, we took that zigzag out to the harbour market. We came back down that zigzag, and then we came all the way out to here, to this junction here. We came down to the wood chip sell point, biogas plant just here. Came down here to the next big farm plot with the open field. The gas station, electric point, buy points, warehouse, and agri handle just there. Animal dealer and the 2 buy points there, and we are now currently at this location here. If we come out of here and we come back across, and again, really nice feature coming up. Under here, back out will bring us along to the lane which had the vehicle workshop on, vehicle shop and workshop, and then back up the lane takes us to our start farm. But what I like about this as well, we've had a few crossings which are great and they look brilliant, but this, and again, it's not the only map to have it, I know that. But as you turn the corner, it's like, oh, nice. Look at that. Quality stuff. Quality stuff. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the map. That is North Frisian 25 by Sir Jogi 80 and Jogi. I hope you found all of this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.